brothers and sisters, soldiers and soldierettes. I just wanted that intro to play a little bit and just feeling the good vibes of that great divine. And I always put great in front of divine because that's how much respect I have for that great divine. Because a lot of us, if we didn't believe in that, or not believe, if we didn't know that divine spirit within, those that are standing up for righteousness out here, that real righteousness, we ain't talking about no soft crap. We talking about some real like-minded, tough-spirited, righteous spirit brothers and sisters out here, and that's in our families also. And I thank those and welcome those that have been riding along with the brother. I appreciate you. And this is another edition of EBX Discussion. And those current subscribers, new subscribers, anyone that view, whether you react or not, it's all about if you got something out of what you hear me say, and take it, what you learn from me and any of our great teachers, reachers, and teachers out here. Salute. And that's in our families, young or old. I always got to put emphasis on things like that. Take it, what we learn from each other, something that's positive, something that'll help us live and grow, and teach it to someone else so we can just keep passing that energy on. And remember, it's not all about being seen when we do good deeds. The great divine sees overall. The energy is out there. So don't focus on trying to be seen or get attention. Just walk in that divine steps. And that great divine will bring what you hold inside, will bring it to the forefront. Because you're always going to hear me say a million times, what the things we harbor and think about the most inside, that great universe will draw it out, negative or positive. So let's focus on the positive. And if you've lived long enough, and you've been on this planet for a while, you ought to know the difference between negative and positive, and what to spend your energy on, or what to give your energy to, or not to give your energy to. If you don't know these things, you better learn it, research it, educate yourself. Go beyond yourself. We start within, but we take our thinking, in a broader state. I always say above and beyond, especially social media. You have to go above and beyond ourselves, and just be thankful every day that great divine wakes us up. Before I keep going, go too far, I got to give those honors to our ancestors, the righteous ancestors, brother or sister, soldier, soldierette, salute, young or old, because we have some that transition young, that gave their lives to give good energy, positive energy, to make one live, brother, sister, young or old. Some that worked with the least amount of tools before this technology. I give honor to those ancestors that went through tooth and nail to leave a blueprint for the melanated brothers and sisters. Very thankful for that. And how does that get in one's spirit, which is in my description also here on my channel. And it stays with me, and what does that come from? Comes from that great divine, and it comes through what? Our psyche. So if we want good, righteous, thankful, great, brilliant, intelligent, creative, smart, not in drama type things, we want that in our lives, study our psyche. And I'm telling you, we'll come through many challenges. And I'm not an expert in this area. I just have lived this, as well as a lot of us have. If you pay attention to what we channel in to our psyche, and then we will be able to control mind, body, and soul. That's just a given. That ain't, not trying to be smart or sound intelligent. That's a fact of life. That's facts. You control what comes into your psyche. You can damn near control your life and control the way things. You can take control of your life, but you have to be in that space divinely. I mean, seriously, no bullshit, no games, malice, hate, envy, jealous. When you really open and try to learn and try to grow, it will show. It will show. You just got to stay at it and practice and make righteousness become a habit. And in my title here, I want to get to it. The next level, 54. And thank our great divine every day. And the next level, 54. Today's my Bday, and I'm 54 today. Salute to those that have made it to this point and beyond. It's a beautiful thing when we make it to birthday. And the higher up we go in levels, the more serious we will take our birthdays. Of course, it's a celebration of life, and everybody celebrates their birthday in different ways, brother, sister, and in our families. Everybody celebrates it a different way. Now, my aspect of birthdays, I celebrate it, but I take life more serious now. No, I'm not serious all the time. Of course, I have fun, and you'll see footage of me having fun, and it won't always be podcasts. You'll see me outside and interacting with the family. But sometimes I just like the moments like this when I do podcasting. As I said in the past, it's a very intimate process. It really makes me feel closer to the listener or the viewer, and I become one with that great divine. And when you have that righteous tunnel vision and you can't see anything else but good energy, and you wanna spew out that good energy, and you wanna speak good energy, that's why a lot of us, and I'm talking about the real like-minded content creators out there, salute those who have had birthdays and those who got birthdays coming up. Salute, brother, sister. This moment right here is me speaking to that great divine, because I speak to him even when I'm not it, because that force is bigger than all of us. You can't even put a label on it. So I speak to that great divine even when I'm not on the mic. So this is the things that you hear me say in these podcast videos, or if you hear my music or my son's music, Lord Lamont, it's things that you might hear my son hear on music or on these podcasts we do, because we will be doing father and son discussions, and things you hear us say, things that we talk about when we're not on the mic. So when we get those divine thoughts, those divine inspirations, and I think it should be shared. I think we should share good energy, our talents, our creativity, because we want to touch as many righteous spirits as we can. But if we can just change one person's life, or change a person's mindset, man, out of 1,000, we have done our job. But of course, I'm just speaking hypothetically, as an example. But of course, when it's like a domino effect, when you're really passionate and you're real and you're true to the pit of your soul, as I always say, and no games, you will reach that 1,000. We got to think like that. But the old saying goes, I don't want to, this not my saying, something we always hear, reach one, teach one, So with that being said, it's like a domino effect or ripple effect. Don't worry about, I've said this before, don't worry about the resources or how we're going to change the world or what we can do. Just do it. Put it out to the universe. Remember, we got to keep in our memory bank, our spiritual memory bank. That great divine is watching everything we do. And I so heartily know that force, because I've seen that force work in my life, my family's life, my children, content creators that I have learned from. And I mention content creators every now and then because I watch a lot of content creators, and that's brothers or sisters, because I always got to let people know that, because, it's a lot of things going on in the social media world. And you got people being sneaky and stalking and all of those stupid shit. So every now and then I bring that up, to let those know that I watch also. I don't comment on a lot of content creators. I just listen and learn, So I do that to let those know that I'm still with you. I still watch, I just do it in silence, but not sneaking or watching over somebody's stuff. No, because that's not, you doing that, then you own something else. So that's why I do that sometimes, because I appreciate my great content creators, because, like I said, we got to be grateful for that great divine every day, that it puts that righteous spirit in our families, our children, ourselves, and, the righteous brothers and sisters that's giving out that good energy. We got to be thankful for that. We can't take it for granted. That's why I say you better be doing right as much as we possibly can in these times, or because when you're in that toxic, or you're doing things for clout and chasing, and you're not studying things and observing your psyche and your surroundings, and you're just free falling, as I like to say. And what is free falling? Free falling Well, a lot of us know what free falling is, but I like to use that analogy. And when you don't have no direction and no goals, and you just walking through life willy nilly, that is a dangerous place to be. We have to have some type of organization in this life within ourselves, because if we organize within, our lives will be organized. And but you have to do it. It's not impossible. We all have what? A choice. So make the right one. I don't care how hard it seems, and I don't, like I say, I don't ever want to come off like, I'm this super righteous brother. But I will say, God dog it, I've went through the levels as many of us have. Salute. And that's in my family, too. I'll never forget about my family too, because I come from my family. A lot of my strengths and who I am is because of my family. It's my DNA. So, and I know we have those that talk about, toxic things in the family. Of course, yeah, but that's still part of our DNA. Some good qualities, a lot of good qualities that a lot of us have, brother or sister, young or old, that's out here. Where do you think those good qualities come from? It comes from that higher force, that greater supreme being, and it sends that through the DNA of our family, mother, father, cousins. And it's unique when you can see that, when you can see through the differences, because we didn't just come up with this creativity and this brilliance that a lot of us have, and the uniqueness and the knowledge. It had to come from somewhere. So we just got to keep that in mind. Stop focusing so much on the differences of our families, because as me and so many of us brothers and sisters say, it's different ages, it's different eras. People were, our parents was used to learning a certain thing a certain way. They were only able to give what they knew, what they experienced in their time. And that's my mom, my dad, my grandparents, my grandma, my granddad. That's how you got to break things down like that. We can't, it's still good. They had good qualities in them. But remember, all of us, especially melanated brothers and sisters, we all have come up through this system in different ways, but we all are dealing with the same thing. If you know what I'm saying. Different ways of being raised, different challenges, different experiences, but at the same time, all melanated brothers and sisters have experienced the same thing. Read between the lines, and you'll understand what I'm saying. So if we can just know that. And that leads to what I always say. All of us, especially ones that's powerful out here, and that man is taking life taking the bulls by the horn. We have been through the most, but not to saying that we have been, it might be some others that's been through more things than we have. But like I say, the ones that really got that teaching power within have been the most, because that's what develops a soul-hearted teacher, the things that we experience in life, because experience, as we all know, is the best education. So that's why I say be thankful, man, for that great divine every day. Much as we can, we wake up. I woke up this morning on fire, and I thank that great divine for the things that it put in my family, the things it put in the content creators out here that's just so heartily, man, trying to reach people and are reaching people. Hey, they reach me. So if a brother that, I'm telling you, that's something we can't take for granted. And like I say, this my Bday. I'm 54, and I thank that great divine for bringing me to another level in my life. And I'm coming into this level, happy and open and ready to learn and just thankful. Like I say, thank that great divine every day that we breathe air, that we see beauty. That's why I got this on my banner. When I come out my door, this is what I see. Beauty. It's like that great divine just welcomes you every time you wake up. So we just gotta stay thankful. Stay in that family spirit. Stay in that thankful spirit. Always know that there are going to be challenges, so that will keep you aware. And deal with every challenge the best way we can. And don't be triggered by a person, place, or thing that is toxic. Stay focused. Don't let it get you off balance, and that's for my brother, sister, in my family, content creators out here, stay on point. Don't let these outside ignorance, stay on point, and always remember what started us on this cause, on this revolution, on this walk to begin with. Always keep that in mind. I always got to kind of keep that in my mind also, because it's a vow. I've said this before. It's a vow that I made to that great divine, that one would never be distracted. Now, I might have things that, like a lot of us, we might have things that try to pull us away and things that might try to stop us. Of course, because that's when we are stepping into that greater, higher self. We so engulfed in our higher self, we can't be brought out. And we become, our awareness become so heightened, we almost laugh at things, because when you have been on this heightened self-awareness walk for a long time, things don't get past you anymore. You almost laugh at it. That's why, like I say, those who are toxic, evil, envy, hate, and just clout chasing and just looking for views and stalking people's channels and all that, that's a fucked up way to be. And excuse my French, but that's a fucked up way to be. And as I said on a recent podcast, that builds anxiety, and anxiety leads to stress. And anyone who has anxiety, stress, and is not balanced mentally, it's not good. It's not good, especially if they're not seeking help for oneself. And that's brother, sister, in our families, young or old. You're not seeking some kind of help, and you just don't do nothing about it and just overlook it, because mental illness is nothing to play with. It's, man, I'm telling you, if you're able to help oneself, because the future is going to come. Karma is going to come, that cause and effect thing. None of us can get away from that. That's why we just have to be thankful and try as best, man, way we can to make our life, man, good. I know that sounds simple. It's easier said than done. But if we work at it, we practice on good things and not being one-sided and try to figure things out, break things down. Now, some things we gotta get the fuck away from. This ain't no soft shit now. This is just understanding one's own self and then able to understand others. But if you're hateful, evil, you're on your own. Divine gonna take care of that, because like I've said once before, just because a brother or sister is teaching positivity, that don't mean we punks. But it ain't got nothing to do about trying to be hard, But like a lot of us, so many of us, not all of us now, but some of us are still stuck in that damn conditioning, still think a certain way, and think because a brother or sister is being positive that they're soft. No, don't get it twisted. Nowhere near soft. It's just that, like I said, when those have a heightened self-awareness, we don't give a damn about that shit, and we don't want to always have to defend ourselves. And why? It's stupid, but if you take it there, we'll go there, because everyone has a right to defend themselves. And this is not about being hard. It's not about being no gangster. It's not about being tough, but one does have a right to defend themselves. And that's brother, sister, in our families. It's not about being hard, but it's not about letting someone walk all over you either. Because every now and then in this life, unfortunately, you got to let someone know where you stand, whether that's person, place, or thing, because, but we still keep that kind heart. We don't let that stop us from trying to reach others, and when we're able to do that, brothers and sisters, and it's a lot of us out here like this, if you like if you see someone that's a little rough around the edges and maybe come off a little tough, you have to think of the things they've been through. I'm talking about my reachers and teachers and in our families too. If we come off a little edgy, you have to think of the things that a lot of us have came through, been through, went through, some still dealing with dumb shit, and that's why some brothers and sisters may be a little edgy, but you in that right circle, you got a right mindset, you got a good heart, you will understand where they're coming from, because I've said so many times, can't always look, you got to get that tough love too now. You can't always get that floating on the cloud shit, that floating on the cloud. When I say floating on the cloud is when you have that false sense of reality. You got to be a realist. That's something Malcolm X taught. Got to be a realist, still show love, respect, but there's got to be a balance, course, we have fun, we joke, we are not always serious, but just gotta have that honor and that respect for one another, and that vibration man, that foundation, that vibration would stay strong like that. That inner glow that a lot of us divine brothers and sisters have, that inner glow that our families have, our children, and I'm just grateful to that great divine that I made it to this level. I'm 54, and like I said, salute to the birthdays, brothers or sisters, and in our families, that made it to 54 and beyond. Keep doing what that great divine has put in your heart to do. We are all at this state. This is not a coincidence. This plane that we are on right now, those that are real, reaching and teaching out here, those that are working hard in our families, doing the best they can, the one that's not on that bullshit, be thankful that great divine has us in this state, on this plane, because it's no place I would rather be right now, and as far as a state of mind, because a state of mind is what, success all day long. When you have success in your mind, with the good old, we always say, the physical, the mental, and the good old spiritual, and you're serious and you practice it every day, you it's the gift that it just keeps on giving. When you're striving to do better every day, whether it's small or big, every area, because like I said, we gotta go above and beyond things and not just get stuck in a small space. Keep expanding our minds. The mind can, where the mind goes, the body goes. You heard me say that. So practice on our minds as much as we can, and just be thankful that you have an open ear, that you use those 2 ears that we have, because we got 2 ears for a reason. So, take in those positive things as much as we can, along with that tough love, because that's something one has learned. I've always been a kind brother, which a lot of us out here are, and my sisters. But you got to draw that line between those that try to take your kindness for weakness, because unfortunately, we have entities out there like that. And if you have no soul and you're rotten to the core and you just stalking everybody, you're an entity to me. You're not even a human being, because a real honorable human being wouldn't do things like that. They would learn from one another. So that's why I said what I said a little while ago about I do watch content creators, but I don't comment, so I just let that be known to let those know that I don't be on that sneaky shit, it's my own little joy, I like, because I made a podcast about Silent Hero. That's what I like to do, because we do it for that great divine to begin with. Everything doesn't have to be seen. We can love those even in silence, and it's the most beautiful thing, because like I said, great divine sees overall. Great divine sees when you think no one else sees, but you got to be lined up with it. That kind of thinking, you got to be lined up with that divine spirit. That divine will give us that confidence of knowing we're on the right path. Because when you're righteous within, deep within, to the bottom, to the pit, you're on the right path. You don't care what nobody say. So if you got right in your heart, brother, sister, young or old, and you went through tooth and nail and all the levels, and if you're going through the levels and you see results and your family is doing good, your children is doing good, if you have a significant other and everything's great, and clicking the way it's supposed to be amongst the challenges, and you're striving to build a great future, thank that great divine every day, because that great divine is just going to just give us more abundance, and just look at those out here that are righteous. You want to know the difference between those who are divinely connected and those who are detached. That's your evidence. That's your research. Just take a look at them. They glow, you can tell, even if it is on video, if you're in the right space and you really pay attention, you'll know those who really, really mean well to the pit of their soul. And if they're divinely connected, you'll know. But if you're surrounded in toxicity and no direction, and you're stalking and this brother or sister, and you just living life for social media and not living life for life and not breathing life into oneself and others and just free falling, you know, man, you won't be able to anticipate things if you don't keep oneself organized. You know, it's organization is the best thing one can do for oneself, mind, body, and soul. Because like I said, when you organize within, you'll organize your family life, your children, your significant other. You will start seeing when you have your eyes open and that pineal gland with that righteous spiritual pineal gland open, not no demon, not no evil shit. Now when you got it open, you'll start to see things that once upon a time we used to miss. You know, that's what I say, when you have that heightened awareness, you know, and you connect it to that great divine, that force will show us many things, but we have to be in that space. So this wasn't nothing deep. I'm just thankful. Made it to another level. And like I said, salute to the birthdays out there, those that maybe had birthdays or birthdays coming up, you know, 54 and beyond, the next level. And it's been a heck of a road, you know, have learned a lot. Like I said, from my family, you know, the good qualities in our DNA. Let's remember that, you know, the good brothers and sisters we meet along the way, whether it's in the world or online. Because I'm telling you, that's when you know it's a powerful brother and sister. When you can see them, even if it's on video, and you can feel that vibration, even if it's just their voice, you know, because I'm telling you, when you listen to a real like-minded reacher and teacher, I'm talking about my content creators. I'm talking about the real ones now, not the ones clout chasing and fake and all that. I'm talking about the real ones. You'll know. You'll feel it even when they're speaking. You don't have to see them in video, but you have to be connected to feel these type of things, you know, and you'll learn. Sometimes, man, you be so connected to brothers and sisters that's reaching and teaching, they'll send chills to your body. That's a good sign. If you listening to someone, not me, I'm talking about, you know, just someone in general, that's especially ones that know their shit and been doing it for a while and really in alignment with that divine spirit, that will send chills to your body. That's good. That's a good thing. That means that vibration is getting into us when we feel those chills from reachers and teachers, or we feel those good moments from, you know, those in our families and things we look back on it. Our dad taught us, or our mom taught us, or our grandma, or granddad, maybe a cousin, or uncle, or auntie, you know, a brother, a sister, you know, in our families. We got to keep things like that. And this little things here and there that help us get us to the state that we're in. And what state is that? Success. When we got success in the state of our mind, and man, when success is a state of mind, the physical success, everything else will fall into place, because it will come natural. It won't be something that you took or stomped on no one to get. And when you just work with what that divine gives us, work until the wheels fall off, as I said, and it's the gift that keeps on giving, and you'll love yourself later, and others will love you later because you didn't stomp on anyone. And then when you get to, you know, whatever, because everybody has a different path, different gifts, different gift. Everybody has different purpose. And I'm talking about righteous things now, not no evil shit, you know. But when we get there, however long it takes, because everybody's road is different. A great divine deals with us in different ways. But when we get there, it's so refreshing. You know, when we say, man, I'm glad I didn't do this. I'm glad I made the right choices. Man, them right choices in life, man, it's great when we do it. We look back on it, and it keep us wanting to make more right choices and avoid all toxic shit at all costs. You know, we've come too far, brothers and sisters, and in our families, you know, reachers and teachers, content creators, we come too far to let ignorant shit stop us. So keep forging forward and do what we've been doing. And I mean that. So that's just a little something that I wanted to talk about, and that was in my spirit every day, that we can remember. Be grateful for that great divine. Every day we wake up, real talk. And again, I'm at another level, 54. It's my Bday, you know. And I thank that great divine for bringing me to this point and putting it in my spirit to acknowledge my family and those that had an impact on one's life to get me to the state that I'm in. And that's my family, That's my mom, my dad, my grandma, my granddad, my aunties, my uncles, my cousin, all those that played a part, content creators, brothers and sisters that played a part in getting me to the state that I'm in, as well as me studying myself. But what gets us to the state we're in overall? That great divine. Thank you. Thank that great divine every day. And I got to call down that protection for ourselves, from that great divine, so we don't become our own worst enemy. And know who the real enemy is. Stay powerful and stay positive. Let nothing stop us. So I just wanted to say that. So thank you for listening. And this have been another edition of EBX Discussion. And thank those that have been riding along with the brother. Remember, we are leaders and teachers. We are not followers. We're changing that narrative. So thank you. And reachers and teachers that I have learned from, my family, thank you for being there, for helping a brother to have a right mind state. Salute. And I honor your family, and I honor my family. Salute. I honor my children, their mothers. Salute. Brothers and sisters, may you please keep that ultimate peace in your part of the world, wherever you are right now. Salute.